Good morning, YouTube. How in the world are you today? Well, I got to tell you, here it's cold. Did you notice I have my gloves on, by the way? You know what that means? Whenever I have my gloves on, we're getting ready to dig into some rusty gold. At least I'm hoping. We'll see. So we went through and we bid on 3 different lots, and so we got them. We actually bid on probably a lot more than that, but those are the 3 that we did receive and win that way. So we're going to look at those. So we're going to look at this tool haul and let's see what we found. I think we have some pretty nice goodies in here. In fact, I know one of them for sure is something I've never seen or never have had, obviously. And so I think I'm pretty excited to have that come up on a future video. And so let's kind of jump in and let's see what we can find. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is our first lot. As you can see here, it is lot number 252. And so that's one that we got at the auction. Now, I paid $13 for this lot here. And mainly I paid $13 because there was something in here that I seen that I did not have in my collection. And so let's kind of dive in and see what we have here. Now, this is just like a little hole punch here. And so that's not anything special. In fact, I thought, well, I don't even want that. But, you know, you never know. So I'm going to clean it up and we'll put it in there. It's old. So we'll go through and take a peek at that and kind of see where we go. So there's that. We'll just start thumbing through some of these bad boys here. So this one here, some slip joint pliers, and I don't know that I could tell what brand that is. And so we might have to clean those up and kind of see where we're at there. And so it's kind of a little bit different. Has some nice knurling along the handles here. So that's kind of a real fine one there. On the inside, forged steel. So there's that. Let's see, our next one here. Got a lot of slip joints in here that I really don't need, but this is kind of a true fit. And so there's another scenario there. Let's see here. This is just another one that I can't tell what it is. So we're just going to set that right over here as well. And then this one here, this is an old bark hollow. Now, you know, what's funny is that I run across a lot of wrenches, but I don't ever run across the pliers. So that's kind of different. So I have quite a few wrenches of bark hollow. I don't know why, I just have them. Another one that is, I can't read what it is, so put that right over here. This guy really liked his slip joint pliers, didn't he? And so this one here, some cutters, and so no name that I could tell on that. Nothing special there. So we'll have that there. Some old vice grips. This one's kind of, the handle's all bent up, so really wasn't a lot there. So put that there. Here's another pair of vice grips. This one looks like it's a lot better condition here. And so we'll go through and probably clean this one up and just add it to our little collection of vice grips that we have that way. All right, so that's probably a keeper. So I'm going to put these down here. I'm going to put the ones that are, to me, not so special over here. And maybe the ones that I want to keep over here. So we'll see how it goes here. So this one here, made in USA. And so this one is Motor Spec Duluth, USA is what it says there, but I'm not familiar with that. Maybe some of you friends are more familiar with that. And so it says, I can't quite read that, K18 maybe? Something like that. I don't know if you can read that. So if you know about this pair of pliers, put that in the comments below. So I'm going to keep that right over here just because I never heard of that. Another pair of pliers here, and nothing special there that I could tell. This one here, he must have been doing some soft work. He put some tape on that one there. But this one here, I think it just says drop forged there. But the handles are kind of cool looking, so I kind of like that. So we have that there. This is a CT maybe, and so that's kind of what we're looking at. And this one here, this one has a little bit of that knurling. I have a pair of these already that are pretty all right. They clean up really nice, by the way, especially if you do that, do a little bit of accent in this knurling here. And now this was a Crescent Tool Company. Jamestown, New York, USA, so that's kind of nice. So we have a pair of these, and so That's kind of neat. So I love that. I might keep that over here maybe. So this one here, and so I can't read what that says. It has something there. I don't know if you can read that or not, but it has something. It looks like it's a marking of some sort. And so before I discard it away, I'm going to go through and I'm going to put it in my pile over here just in case. And so we have some other nice little nips here. And this one actually is a proto. And so hopefully you can read that there. And so that's kind of cool. So I love that. Keep that one over here. This one here is an old pair of needle nose. So this one on the inside says drop forge, and it says Italy on the inside of that. So I don't know if you can read that or not there, but so that's kind of cool. Don't have a lot of stuff from Italy, and so might kind of clean those up and kind of see where they go. Let's see here, a couple other ones that are going to be in here, and let me see. So this has some nice engraving or knurling along the side there. So another pair of needle nose. This one says on the inside, drop forge, West Germany. And so, you know, those Germans, boy, they build some nice stuff. So we'll keep that right over there. Another pair, oh, check that out. Little vice grip type pliers here, but it says Craftsman on it. Now it has this circle eye, it kind of looks like to me. And so that's cool. I don't have that. See what it says, U.S. patent over here on this side. So it has a patent number. It has these lines coming down it. That's cool. I love that. That's a good find for me. So that's neat. Another pair of pliers here. So it looks like some ring pliers or separating pliers. I forget exactly what they call these. So if you guys know that, put that in the description or in the comments. Now this one here, it has right along the end here, it says OTC. And so I'm not familiar with what that is. It looks like that's what it says anyway. So that's kind of cool. I always like keeping these oddball ones. And so check this out. So I love this. This is, let's see if we can read it here. And so it says, let's see if I can get it back into the frame here, Parrot Head, and so tool company. And so, man, you see the parrot on there, by the way? And so how cool is that? See if I can get it kind of shining in the light. So I love that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Man, can't wait to clean these up. In fact, we just did a video on some eagle claws for Kirk. And so I was kind of jealous of what he had. Now they're kind of misaligned here a little bit, but I think maybe we can tighten them up a little bit because they seem a little loose right in here, and then that'll maybe just realign those back up. So I look forward to doing that. That is awesome. I love that. Let's see what we have here. So Wildy, I think is what it says there. And so, am I saying that right, by the way? And so if I'm not, then correct me. I'm all about learning, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings. And so we have those. So those are kind of different. Love that. Let's see here. This one says something tools, Crescent Tool Company. It looks like USA. And so so those are all right. You know, I think that's fine. Let's see here. We got a couple more. Let's do these ones here. Couple more slip joints, nothing special, throw that over there. Some proto, but check this out. The guy must have lost the boat or the bolt out of there. In fact, it's still loose. Look, I can turn it by hand. And so that's kind of cool. In fact, you know, remember how people, they modify tools? Well, he didn't modify it, he just lost the bolt, but I mean, it's not effective. Look at that. When I go to close it, it just kind of slips right off. So so that's not going to work. So anyways, that's an old proto there. This one's kind of cool. And so this one says Hunt on it. And so I don't know if you can read that or not. Hunt Bosch XceL or something like that. And so I'm not familiar with that. So I love that. And check out how straight that is, incidentally. And so it doesn't have much of a pitch or an angle to the head of that. And so That's kind of cool. Love that. And so I'm going to clean that up. I don't have that one in my collection. And so this is kind of fun. $13 what I paid for it, but this is the real reason why I bid on it. And so I happened just to see that right inside the picture. And so it's an old Craftsman. And so I love that. I do not have a lot of Craftsman, especially with that pointed A and that C that's there. I forget the time frame. I'll have to look that up. Has a little bit of engraving right along the sides here of the handles. It's beautiful. It works good. Man, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So here's the way I reasoned on it. I would give good money just for this one right here. So I think I came out a winner just with that. So, but now if we add this up, just kind of the goodies. So here's one, what I think are the goodies anyways. You know, it's going to take a little bit of work to clean them up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So just with this, I paid less than $1 for each and every one of these. That's not including any of this over here. And so, my goodness, I think for me, to pay $1 for any one of these, and then especially to come out with this little gem at the end, I think I'm a winner. What do you think? Do you think that was good? And out of all these pliers, which one's your favorite? This is my favorite. I'm telling you right now, right out of the gate, that's my favorite there. But you tell me, this parrot head over here, I think that's cool as all get out. And so, man, love that. Again, get another little close-up look at that parrot head. Can you see it right there on the screen? Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. So that's going to be good. Anyways, that's my haul for $13. Okay, and we are back. So this is my next haul right here. So I got this, incidentally, for $26. So the hammer thing, I wasn't after any hammers. I was mainly interested to see, could I hit some gold by getting into some sockets that I don't have? Well, the very first thing that we're going to look at, you'll notice on here that it's a fleet tool. Now you've seen me, I think in one of these little things, I have some fleet, I think it is. In fact, I don't remember which one it is. Remember we were trying to do that? Oh, here it is. So I have this little fleet ratchet that we have here. And so remember I decided that, hey, until I can start building up a set, I'm going to start putting some stuff in there. Well, lo and behold, look at that. I got me a little box that says fleet on it. Now the sticker's kind of rough, but let's see what's inside. And so we open it up and check out the goodies that are in here. And so we'll look at these individually and let's see what we have. So as I'm looking at this, check that out. Little 1/4 inch double line V breaker bar. Man, that is nice. And so I love that. That thing is gorgeous. So it looked like he did a little bit of tattooing, but that'll probably come off real easy here. And so that's a good find there. We got another little breaker bar in here. Let's see what this one is. So as we come over here and look at this, if I can find it. Oh, check that out. It's a little fleet. And so I've never had a fleet breaker bar before. So that would be proper for this box, incidentally, right? So that's cool. Let's see what else we have here. We have a 1/4 inch, looks like a little 6-inch long SK. And so that's cool. And so we have an extension there. We've got another long extension. Let's see what this one is. So look at that. That is a Craftsman, and this is a double line V as well. So how cool is that? So that will go over here. This is my fleet. This is SK. Let's see, we got another 6-inch here. Man, I collect these too. And so I don't know if you can see that, but it's a long, or the underline husky. It goes from the H to the Y. And so we love that. So that's another good find for me, I think. So man, I'm just tickled pink so far, what we're getting into on this box. And so this one here, I can't quite tell what that, oh, there it is. It's coming to light with my crazy old eyes. So this is a pins, or pin-ins extension. So it's like a little 2.5 inch or so. 3-inch, 2.5-inch extension. So now I have some of that as well. And so let's see what we can do to add that. Oh my goodness. I know you think I'm kind of cuckoo here, but check that out. Got a little tiny extension that's a plumb. And so, man, that's a small one. I love that. I don't have that. I love that. So there's that. That's a plumb. Let's see. Man, so far I'm just tickled pink with this box. And so this one here, I don't know if I could tell. Oh, there's so much paint or whatever it is on there, but that's another extension. But this one here is a fleet. I can tell because of the F that's coming right off those lines there. So we love that. I'm going to put that right over here because that's our fleet stuff. We got 2 more in here, and let's see what this is. And so this is, I think, a Craftsman. Yeah. So it's a Craftsman 1/4-inch breaker bar, double line V. And so put that right over here. And then we have, check out this Craftsman double line V as well, 1/4-inch. And this is that smooth head right up here. And then it just kind of goes back and forth just like we expect it to. So bam, I don't have this style in a 1/4-inch in my collection. So man, look at that. That's a winner. And so I love that. We got all kinds of goodies so far. So what do you think? Are we striking gold? I think for me, I'm striking gold. All right, so we got this bad boy over here. So I'm going to see if I can put some of this back in. We're going to go through and clean all of this up and try to form some sets. Obviously, the Craftsman isn't going to stay there. So we're going to move a lot of this over and kind of see what we can do to do that. Man, look at that again. I know you plumb guys, you got to be a little jealous. Oh man, I'm just stoked about that. So that's awesome. All right, so that's one. So we have that there. Let's get some of these other things out of the way, and then we'll get into the sockets. So it looks like this one came with 3 different files. Man, that thing is nice. That's like brand new, both of these. This one, pretty new too. It just has a little bit of discoloring on it. Files are always nice. To be able to have those, so I love that. Remember we talked about, even on that other box, how people tend to modify some tools. I seen this in there, and what do you think about that? I mean, check that out. There's like a little nut driver at the end of this, and I never seen such a thing. Now, you can look through the light a little bit. You can kind of see that this is kind of a metal rod going through there with a couple of metal rods coming through this side. So he made himself a screwdriver or nut driver. He made himself a nut driver. What do you think about that? I think it's cool. And so, I mean, talk about a handle. Man, that thing is big. Look at that. I can't even hardly get my hand hardly wrapped around that bad boy. But man, you know what? I want to try to find me something where I can use this on just so I can get a feel. I love that. That is awesome. And so there we go. We got another unique modified tool, handmade tool. And so we're going to add that to our collection. This one here, it looks like he modified this one too. So he took like this little T-handle mechanism of some sort. He welded something down here, and he needed some nut drivers. Man, I wish I would have known this guy, because if I would have known that he was in need of some nut drivers, I probably would have gave him some. So I love that. We're going to add that one to the collection. Because remember, all these ones that people are doing, we're just kind of adding here and there. So this one here, it looks like an Atkins saw. It's a little hacksaw, so made in USA. Love that. And so clean this bad boy up. It'll be just like brand new. So we have that there. I'll try to put that right over here if we can. Then we got a variety of hammers. So this is just a ball peen hammer. Man, that's a big head for such a small handle there, or skinny handle. It seems like that would just break. And so anyways, we have that, nothing special. Now this one I kind of cleaned up just a little bit, and I don't know if you can tell, but I believe it says keen cutter. And so I don't have a keen cutter at all. And so it seems like when I go down to Oklahoma, I kind of find this brand, but up here in Kansas, I just don't find it as readily. And so, but anyways, That's kind of cool. This one probably is going to need a real light cleaning, just so we don't lose that part. And so, man, I love that. That is awesome. So we love that. And so, you know, this one came in the box, and this one's kind of chewed up. This one's kind of crunchy there. But I remember I used to have a little white rubber mallet hammer just like this. In fact, I think this thing's wrong. Yeah, I was going to say, why is that handle crooked like that? Because it twists. That's why. Look at that. It comes out. So we probably can't use this. But anyways, that came with it. A couple other hammers came with it. Little wooden mallet that we have here. So click, 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 and then away we go. So it looks like he probably made that too, I would imagine. And then check this out. Man, look how small that head is. It's just crazy small. This little tiny handle as we're going through. I haven't cleaned it up to see if there's a maker's mark on here. But man, that's cool. I love different kinds of hammers. So we love that. All right, so we got there. Now, I went ahead and looked through some of these just because I was too excited. And you'll notice on here, I kind of separated them out just a little bit. But this one here is another plumb. And so we got a little plumb socket. And so I don't know if I could tell the size on here. And so, but we'll get that cleaned up and add that into it. Looks pretty amazing. So I love that. And then we got another plumb, and this one here is a 7/16. And so, man, so we'll get that bad boy cleaned up as well. So this guy had some plumb. And so this is another plumb. And so I can't read the size on that one, but we'll get that one cleaned up as well. And so love that. So we got 3 more plumbs. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, when we come over here and look at this, there's so much to look at. So one of the things we're going to do is pull out this one. And this guy had a little bit of yellow. Like, this is like the second haul I've seen where people kind of put a little bit of yellow paint on their tools. But anyways, check that out. Remember, I have that 1/4-inch fleet in that side, that little box. Well, here's another 1/4-inch fleet that's here. Man, the knurling on here is just beautiful. So, man, that's cool. So that will actually go inside this box. That makes sense, doesn't it? All right, so we have that there. Let's see here. What else do we want to look at? Let me pull out these other ones, and then we'll show you what we have here. So when I was separating them all out, notice what I found. Found an old snap-on. So a little 3/4-inch snap-on. And so this is an F240, it looks like on here. F240. And so, man, that's cool. So I love some old vintage snap-on. Now, I believe this is a snap-on too. I haven't cleaned it up to look at which one it is. I could barely tell that it was a snap-on. But anyways, that's nice. This is another snap-on. You can barely read it right there where it says snap-on. And so we're going to get this cleaned up and add that to our nice collection that we have there. Another 1/2-inch drive snap-on socket here. So, man, look at that. Don't you just love when those old logos just pop like that? And so that's pretty doggone special there. Oh no, I just noticed that. Did you notice that? It's cracked. Oh, that's a bummer. Man, that is totally sad. It looks like a crack all the way through there. But you know what? I'm going to keep it anyways. Never use it, but I'm going to keep it anyways. Man, that just bums me out. I didn't notice that the first time. Anyways, there we go. So you never know what you're going to get around here, right? And so especially when you're bidding on an auction lot. So here's another snap-on. This is a 9/16. And so, my goodness, that is beautiful. This is an F160 perhaps. Can you read that better than I can? 160, 180, a 180 maybe. And so that's cool as all get out, a little 3/8-inch drive. So we got some snap-on. So far we got some plumb, we got some snap-on. Even though we got an injured snap-on, we got some snap-on. Let's see here. We got this speed wrench that we got in this little package as well. And so, let's see if we can see a name on it here. I don't know if we can read it or not, but I believe it says right on there. And so I don't do a lot of right, so this is the first for me. And the angle on this is kind of coming down flat, and then it goes completely straight. And so this one here, you would just hold on to it. Oops, I bumped the camera. I'm so sorry. And so, you would go through and use your two hands to do it as a speed wrench. But anyways, I would imagine this has got some age. If we get the chance to clean it up, I'll see what we can find on this model here. That's cool. Love that. All right, so let's see a couple of the other loose ones that are in here. I don't know if we can see a brand on this one here or not. Let's see. Okay, I think, yeah, it's an old Craftsman that you can see there, and it has a double line. So I would imagine it's probably a double line V Craftsman stud puller, and so that's cool. So I have a couple of these already, I believe. So let's see here. This one here is kind of a no name, so I don't see a brand on here, and it's really shallow. Look how shallow that is. And then it also has all these sides on it, which is kind of different. Oh, and this was a hex. That's probably the reason why. So that's kind of a little bit different. So we'll throw that back in here. Let's see here. Let's thumb through a few of these. On the bigger side, oh, check that out. Proto Los Angeles. And so with the Proto Los Angeles, that is cool, cool, cool. So we'll add that to our Proto box, remember, we have over there. So there's one Proto. So this is a Proto Los Angeles again. So this is a 3/4, and incidentally, this one here was a 13/16. So we can see we have the 8-point that's there, so we have that. Let's see here. We have an old Williams. So I don't know if any of you find people out there collecting Williams, but that's cool. All right, so we have that. Let's see here. This one here is another old Williams, as you can read there. So we'll put that in the Williams line here. Let's see over here, another Williams. So we're just going to keep on adding this to the line. Let's see what we come up with, because there's so much to go over here. And so this is another Williams, so we'll add that there. And then, check that out, an older Husky. Remember that line that kind of comes from the H to the Y? I love those. And so, love those there for sure. I always try to add those to my collection there. This one here is Apex, and I can't read anything else. So, but it looks like it's a like some sort of impact socket, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. If you know anything about that, let me know. So we got a couple more that are here. Let's look at this, an old Craftsman double line V. Man, this guy had some nice stuff, I think. And then this one was a Craftsman adapter from 3/8 to 1/4 inch. And that is a double line V as well. So love that. Let's see if we can dig out some of these other ones. So my goodness, we're starting to get a set of Williams in here going, right? And so that's cool. That's another Williams. Here's another Williams. So we love that. And so we got a couple more. And, oh, Bonnie. So I don't know if you can read that right at the bottom there, right along this side. It says Bonnie. So that's cool. So I don't have a lot of Bonnie. Oh, check that out. We got 2 Bonnies. Man, that's cool. So there we go. We got 2 Bonnies there. We got 4 more in this row. And then we'll be done with most of the sockets that we got in there. And so this is a Proto Los Angeles. So love that. Put that in the Proto lineup. And Proto Los Angeles. We'll put that in there. And then Proto Los Angeles. We love that. And then we have another Bonnie. So we'll put that in the Bonnie section. Okay. Now from there, we'll dig out some of these ones in this rail, and incidentally, here's how that rail looks whenever we're digging through it. So I'm grabbing out of this section now. Then we still got a bunch of little things right over here. So let's kind of take a look and see what we have. So it's a Craftsman double line V. So there's that one, and then another one, double line V. So hurrah, hurrah. So this guy's got some sets, I think, by the time we put it all together with the Craftsman. So same thing here. And so different sizes, same thing, and same thing. So let's see what the other ones have to say here. And so double line V, Proto Los Angeles, let's put that right over here on that side. So we got that set up, and then we're going to do two more out of here. And so this is a Craftsman double line V. So again, that's awesome. That'll make a set. This is probably another one. Single line V. So I don't know if you can read that or not, but that's a single line V that we have there. All right, so that's our $28 haul. Now for me, you know, when I'm looking at this, 26 or 28, I think it was 28. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Man, even at $1 a piece, I got a good deal, but that's not including everything else. So I think I paid maybe, what, 50 cents by the time you add all these little sockets, all these things back and forth, and then priceless. Don't you love that? I love that. All right, let me get this all cleaned up and then I'll be right back, okay? Here we go. We are on to our third and final lot. Now this one here was lot number 611, and so I paid $43 for this lot. This, not so much. I don't use these and I'm not familiar with it. Let's see if I can even open it up. And so as we go through, if you'll notice, it says on here that it is a bushing remover and replacing set. And so it is to remove bushings, obviously, in a car. And so it has some nice advertising inside here, or at least some description, some details about what's included in the kit. So that is cool. So I love that. Never used it before, so but it's kind of cool that it still has that original insert right inside there. And so, and you'll notice down at the bottom it says number 875A, I think is what it says right down there at the bottom there. And so if you're familiar with this, kind of give us a little bit of feedback, educate us. So we would love that. So that came with it. But this is the main reason why I bid on this lot right here. And so I bid on this lot for this little rusty box. And so those little rusty boxes, we come here and look at it, see if I can pull it out. So this is one of the ones where it's kind of crimped over and this lid just slides right out of that box. And so as we pull this lid out, I've got it. As we pull that lid out, we can see what's inside here. Now, when I come in here and I look at this and see if I can kind of get it out, these things are kind of in here just a little bit, but you'll notice what it is. It's an XceL, and so they put it on here as XceL, but that's, so when I looked up the research on this, kind of dates back to them. It's a multi-head wrench. And so you'll notice the patent date. Patent date is April the 29th, 1925. 100 years old next month. And so, or I guess a couple months. And so, man, how cool is that? Look at that. That's just awesome. Now, here's a little more, manufactured by Park Metalware Company, Incorporated in Orchard Park, New York. And so now here's what's so cool about these is that as we go through and look at this, now this one here is we got 3 different versions here. And so let's see if I can kind of dig these out real quick here, just so I can show you. And so you've seen the smaller size, and then you got 2 of this size. And so one is straight and one is has a little bit of an angle to it. So, man, how cool is that? Man, I love this thing. This thing is beautiful. I've never seen these before. And so you'll notice that it has the spring-loaded top on it. And so how it works is you pick out one of these wrenches here. So this one happens to be a 5/8 inch. And then you come over here and you slide it right in between there, push down the button, and then it locks in place. And now you got a wrench that you can go through and you can use. Now you have three different options as far as the handle is concerned. And then as you go through, you have all of these sizes here. So that was the 5/8 inch. I haven't even dug them all out yet. So this is 11/16. This one here is still stuck together, so 11/16, and I don't know what that one is. So I had to put these in the bath a little bit maybe and clean them up. I don't want to go crazy with these. I just want to do just a kind of a soft cleaning on these. So 3/4, and then this one is glued on there as well, or stuck on there. And so I can't get that broke loose. But you'll also notice just by looking at that, some are thin and some are thick. And so I just now noticed that myself. And so this one here is another 5/8. So maybe there's two different versions, the thinner heads and then the thicker heads. Here's two more. Again, the same type of example. I can't read the size because that's probably facing each other. So let's see here what else we have. See if we can get these out. And so this is another 5/8. It looks like there's a lot of 5/8 in there. So this one here, 9/16. Anyway, so we have that, and we have a 1/2 inch. Now we have another 1/2 inch. And incidentally, let's compare these two. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I didn't know that. Look at that. We have a thin set and we have a thick set of the same one. So that's good. When I put this back together, I can kind of see where that's at. And then here's a 9/16. And so, my goodness, here's the compartment inside as it looks there. It looked like it was some kind of blue, light blue, or some kind of blue color in there. My goodness, that is just amazing. And so again, you know, you take some of these and you just go through and you slide it right in between there, and then you push the button and away you go. And so it locks in place, and then you can do it. So you can either have a little bit of an offset, a little bit of an angle, or if you need like a little stubby, you can put that on here as well. And so that is cool as all get out. Now this one here, I believe, probably should have a little spring-loaded portion just like this here, but it doesn't have it. And so I wonder if that part is missing. But just the fact of getting the rest of it, and that's the same over here, that it looks like it's missing. I don't know if that's interchangeable. I don't know if that's the way they meant it to be. I need to kind of look that up. But my goodness, I was so excited to get these. And for $43 for this whole set, I don't know what that's worth, but to me, how awesome is that? What do you think? Am I just cuckoo in my head, or is this pretty cool? And so tell me in the comments below. So write in there cool or cuckoo or whatever it is you want to say. But anyways, that's my third and final tool haul from that particular estate sale. Now you can see why I wore my gloves, because we're getting into some oily rusty gold apparently. All right, I'll be right back here. All right, we're back. What do you think? How do you think we did? Did we do good? Did we not? So we got 3 different tool hauls. Maybe you can kind of put in the comments what you liked out of each haul, or 3 different auction bins that we got. And so remember, we got the pliers. That was the very first one. And then we also got the sockets. And so we got that as a second option. And then the third one was that Park Metalware, that unique wrenches. Man, I love that thing. But anyways, to me, what's my favorite? It would have to be the last one. Yeah, it definitely has to be the last one. But now, because that's, in my head, that's just an easy peasy one, because I don't own that. I've never seen that. So let's choose a second. Let's see here. Out of everything that we have in this, you know what? I really like that parrot head pliers. So that's a really, really cool find for me. And then, you know, really, it's hard to tell. They're all so good. Oh, and then probably another favorite, just as a backup. How can you go wrong with that? Look, it's not even straight. I love that. Anybody need a nut driver? go get your own, because I'm not sending you this one. Anyways, those are my favorites. You know, I get a kick out of just different tools like that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the tool haul. Please, if this is your first time here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It matters to us. We're trying to grow our channel. We're trying to be creative and get some things, find some things that we just haven't seen or we don't commonly see out there. Again, thank you so much for joining Jesse's Garage, and until next time, we'll see you on the next one.